We drove 185 miles with 3 hungry kids to find out which Kansas City barbecue joints truly passed the family test. From legendary spots to local favorites, we'll show you which ones actually work with kids so you know where to go on your next trip. Some of these places totally lived up to the hype, and one of our biggest surprises wasn't the spot we expected. I'm Kyle, and this is Baum Bros Adventures, where we help families find epic trips that actually work with kids. For our first stop, we headed up to Parkville to check out Char Bar's new location. This place kept popping up on Best Barbecue in KC lists, and with a big outdoor area and a fun vibe, it felt like the perfect spot to kick off our family barbecue adventure. We went big here, a pound of burn ends with potato salad and beans, the Kingdom platter, and 3 mac and cheese kids meals for the boys.
You gonna finish it all?
Food-wise, the burn ends were the star. Super tender, tons of flavor. Try a bite of burn ends. And the sides more than held their own. For the kids, Char Bar is an easy win. Plenty of space, a relaxed atmosphere, and a menu that isn't scary for picky eaters. Overall, Char Bar definitely passes the family test, especially if you want somewhere laid back where the kids don't have to sit perfectly still. After stuffing ourselves at Char Bar, we checked into our hotel and let the kids burn off some energy in the pool. Little tip, on barbecue heavy trips like this, plan in some hotel pool time or a playground stop. The kids reset, you reset, and everyone's a lot happier heading into round 2. The next morning, we headed to Slaps Barbecue. We didn't eat here on this trip, but I've been to Slaps many times and it's one of my go-to spots when I'm in KC. Expect a line and a no-frills come-for-the-food kind of atmosphere. With kids, Slaps can work well, as long as you're ready for a bit of a wait if you hit it at peak time. If you're okay with a more stand-in-line and squeeze-into a table experience, Slaps is absolutely worth putting on your list. From there, we swung by Woodyard BBQ for a quick vibe check. I've eaten here a bunch of times too, and Woodyard has that classic, slightly rustic barbecue feel. Smoke in the air, outdoor seating, and a really chill atmosphere. If you want a more low-key, authentic-feeling barbecue stop with kids, Woodyard is a solid option to consider. After those 2 vibe stops, it was time for one of the most famous names in Kansas City barbecue, Joe's KC, at the original gas station location. This place has a huge reputation, and a lot of locals told us, if you only go to one spot, make it Joe's.
Hey guys, it is 5 till 11 and we are at Joe's KC. There is not a line here, surprisingly.
We ordered ribs and of course the Z-Man sandwich. The ribs had great smoke and a nice bark, and the Z-Man absolutely lived up to the hype, messy in the best way. With kids, the main challenge here is the line and the tighter space. If you're bringing a family, I'd avoid peak lunch and try to come a little early or late. Once you're seated though, it's a fun experience, and the food is strong enough that we'd definitely come back as a family. Between barbecue stops, we wanted to see more of the city without constantly fighting for parking, so we hopped on the KC Streetcar. If you're visiting with kids, the streetcar is one of the easiest ways to explore downtown and connect different parts of the city. It's free to ride, stroller friendly, and our kids thought of it as a bonus ride, not just transportation. What's really exciting is the new extension that connects the River Market all the way down toward the plaza. That means you can base yourself downtown, ride the streetcar to explore, and hit several great barbecue options along or near the route. If you wanted to build a barbecue day around the streetcar, here are a few spots to know about. Near the south end, down by the plaza, you've got a Jack Stack location that's great if you're staying in that area. Up near Union Station, you're a short walk from Jack Stack at the Freight House. That's the one we eat at in just a minute. There is a Gates location right on the line, if you want that classic KC experience. Over in Westport, a short ride or drive from the streetcar area, you've got Char Bar's original location, with its big outdoor space that's perfect for kids. And even though we didn't get there on this trip, I have to mention Q39. It's one of my personal favorites in KC. Amazing burn ends, and a really solid family sit-down experience that's just a quick drive or ride share from parts of the route. We mainly used the streetcar to give the kids a break and see more of the city between meals. After riding for a bit and checking out the views, we hopped off near Union Station, which was all decked out for Christmas. Lights, decorations, the whole thing. We let the kids take it in for a minute, then we walked over to one of our favorite indoor barbecue spots, Jack Stack at the Freight House. This place has a very different feel from some of the more casual spots. It's more of a sit-down restaurant, but still very family-friendly. Here we ordered burn ends, beef ribs, and the burn end queso. The burn ends were super rich and tender, the beef ribs were massive, and the queso was a fun starter that the kids could enjoy too. For families, this is a great option if you want a slightly nicer atmosphere without feeling like your kids have to whisper. If you're staying downtown or riding the streetcar, Jack Stack Freight House is an easy recommendation. After a full day of barbecue and exploring, we crashed back at the hotel, hit the pool again, and got ready for our final round of classic Kansas City legends. Next up, Gates Barbecue. We didn't eat here this trip, but I've been a few times in the past. Gates is loud, energetic, and famous for that unique greeting when you walk in. It's a fun spot to experience classic KC barbecue, and the food has that old school, no-nonsense feel. With kids, just be ready for a busy counter and a fast-moving line. It's not the calmest environment, but it is memorable. For our final family test, we headed to one of the most iconic names in Kansas City barbecue, Arthur Bryant's. And real quick, a little history, because KC Barbecue actually traces back to one man, Henry Perry, known as the Barbecue King. He started serving smoked meats in Kansas City in the early 1900s, and the guys who worked for him went on to help create places like Gates and Arthur Bryant's.
Alright, we made it to Arthur Bryant's.
So in a way, we're ending this trip right where the modern Kansas City barbecue story really began. We ordered a rack of ribs, burn ends, and fries to share. The ribs had that classic, straightforward barbecue flavor, and the burn ends were hearty and filling. This is old school Kansas City barbecue at its core. The atmosphere is simple and a little rough around the edges, but that's part of the charm. With kids, I'd say this is best if your crew can handle a more basic, no-frills setting. If they can, it's a cool way to connect with KC's barbecue history. So, after 7 stops and 4 full family meals, which Kansas City barbecue spot would we actually go back to with kids? For our family, Char Bar in Parkville was one of the biggest wins. Great food, tons of space, and a really easy place to bring kids. Joe's Kansas City lived up to the hype on the food side, especially the Z-Man, but I'd only bring younger kids there if you can avoid the busiest times. Jack Stack at the Freight House is our pick if you want a nicer sit-down meal that still works with a family. It's a great balance of atmosphere and food quality. Arthur Bryant's is worth it if you want that classic, historic KC barbecue experience and your kids can handle a simpler, more old-school vibe. Slaps, Woodyard, and Gates are all solid options too, especially if you're comfortable with a bit more chaos and don't need a polished restaurant feel. If I only had one day in KC with kids, I'd probably hit Char Bar for the space and vibe, and Jack Stack and Joe's for that we really did Kansas City barbecue feeling. If you're planning a KC trip with your family, drop a comment and tell us which of these you'd hit first, or what we should try next time, because there's always more barbecue. And if you like family guides like this, check out our other travel ideas to help you plan your next adventure with kids. I'm Kyle with Baum Bros Adventures, and we'll see you next time.
If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button.
For more adventure videos, go to our YouTube channel, Baum Bros Adventures, where you can follow along on our journey.
Thanks for watching! See you next time.